the Punjab government has appointed the Rajya Sabha MP, the AAP leader Raghav Chadha, as chairman of the advisory committee. The state's an advisory committee that has been set up on matters of public interest. The state government had recently issued a notification announcing the formation of an advisory body on matters of public interest, a development that ran into trouble right away as the opposition is questioning the legality of this advisory body. Let's go across to my colleague Ghazali, who's monitoring this story. Ghazali, what exactly are the opposition's concerns? Why are they opposing this move by the Punjab government?
See, as you clearly mentioned, this notification was issued by the government that an advisory committee has been constituted and a chairman and a vice chairman of the committee will be appointed. The day this notification was issued, opposition has started saying that this has been done to accommodate Rajya Sabha member from Punjab, Mr. Raghav Chadha, who is also senior leader of the Aam Aadmi Party. And though there was no response by the state government over these allegations, but today a formal statement has been issued by the state government that Mr. Chadha has been appointed as the advisor of the committee. Now, opposition says that this is yet another attempt or yet another way of Delhi government sort of controlling Punjab government or running the Punjab government. Though the Punjab government has been facing these allegations, and we know that days after the government was formed, Aam Aadmi Party came into power, the chief secretary and other officials of Punjab were invited for a meeting with Mr. Arvind Kejriwal in Delhi. And since then, these allegations have been levelled against the party by the opposition, and yet again they are reiterating the same, that Mr. Chadha has been accommodated or this committee has been constituted to ensure that Mr. Chadha has an access to the government work or to, sort of keep an eye on government's work here in Punjab.
And will this, the members on this committee and this chairman, etc., their post, do they get compensation, remuneration? What all do they get with this post?
See, the notification clearly mentions that it is, they will not be paid for it. It's an ad hoc committee or a temporary committee which will report to the chief minister or advise the government about the suggestions or whatever suggestions they have to give regarding the administration or governance issues. So it also mentions that the chairman will not be paid anything out of it. So from legal point of view, the opposition is yet raising this issue, while the government has clearly said that the Rajya Sabha member, now since Mr. Chadha has been announced as the chairperson, he will not withdraw any salary for this post.
And of course, this has already become very political, as you're pointing out. You have the Punjab, you have Mr. Amrinder Singh, who had tweeted that, Mann Saab, why are you creating an extra constitutional authorities with real power but no accountability? He says, is there a conspiracy by real powers in AAP to create a super cabinet and a super chief minister? Please explain to Punjab why you're seeking such advisors, etc. What has the Mann government said in response to these charges by the opposition?
See, no clear response has come from the government, but the statement which announces his appointment as a chairperson of the committee clearly lists out the educational qualifications and achievement of Mr. Chadha, thereby suggesting that he is suitable for the post. The statement says that Mr. Chadha has been to renowned colleges and universities for his education, and he was instrumental in bailing out the financial condition of Delhi government when he started looking after or assisting Mr. Manish Sisodia, who is the finance minister of Delhi. Besides this, there is no such mention, but one particular and important mention is that the press statement also mentions that Mr. Chadha hails from Jalandhar. Now, if you remember, when the first 4 MPs from Punjab were elected for the Rajya Sabha and all belong to Aam Aadmi Party, there was a lot of furor over why outsiders are being appointed from Punjab's quota of Rajya Sabha. So even then, so perhaps to counter that allegation that Mr. Chadha is also a Punjabi, his background has been mentioned in the statement issued by the government.
So the Mann government, the Punjab government, clearly brazening it out. They're saying they're going ahead with this despite all of these reactions from the opposition. But what is the precedent? Is there anything, in your years of covering Punjab, is there a precedent for this? Is there anything wrong? Is there anything unconstitutional with the extra constitutional that the Punjab government has done while creating this commission and putting Raghav Chadha on it as a chairperson?
See, Sarah, it's all about perception. Perception plays a very important role in politics. So, since the day Mr. Bhagwant Mann has been appointed as the Chief Minister, these allegations have been leveled against the government, against him, that he is being monitored or sort of remote controlled by the Delhi Chief Minister. And this also became visible when Mr. Kejriwal was here for campaigning in Sangrur Lok Sabha by-poll, and you could see a picture went very viral over the web and received a lot of criticism, showing that how Mr. Mann was hanging out of the door of the vehicle, though the party later clarified that they both were campaigning and all. But this allegation has been going on since they came to power, that the Punjab government is run by Delhi. AAP counters it by saying that even the previous Congress government used to make all the key appointments or even announce the name of the cabinet ministers by taking the approval from their high command in Delhi. So, in a sense, suggesting that whatever they are doing, it's not wrong. They also say that the party is only in power in 2 states, in Delhi and in Punjab. And since Mr. Mann has clarified earlier as well, defending his such steps or such decisions, saying that the party's headquarter or high command is in Delhi, Mr. Kejriwal seems to be more experienced and efficient in running the administration. So I will keep taking his advice and advice from other state governments as well.
All right, thanks. Many angles to this story, and Ghazali is on top of them all. Thanks so much, Ghazali, for the